Hello everyone. I am just tuning in. Myself and Little Miss Rosebud over here are tuning in. So I went for a drive. We call it driving out the road. Just to think. And today I had... It's really funny because I feel like I'm gonna start off every video with I've had this epiphany or I had this like crazy experience, but it's true. Every day I'm telling you, like for the last, I'd say 5 months have been the most growth in my entire life. Every day literally is like, holy shit, this is... Like sometimes people take an entire lifetime to understand some of these concepts, and I feel like it's like boom, 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 like back to back to back, and I'm just like, okay, I'm ready, like give it to me straight. Everybody that I'm like reaching out to, I'm like, I know you have something for me, I know that I need to hear something, like give it to me straight. I'm on this like, it's like a fast-tracked push for me into something, and I don't know what it is yet, but I'm really excited to be on the journey to figuring it out. So I did have a very intense day today. Beautiful, of course, but it really, the experience, the understanding, I felt like my third eye really opened up a bit, and I've never had this experience before, so it was really profound, and I didn't take it lightly by any means, but I also allowed the love to come through with it, and I see now all of my very clear sunburn line there, so excuse that. So one of the things that was brought up for me today was, and a lot of synchronicities in the last couple of days have been, you need to leave the past behind because you need to open up for something that's on the verge, that's ready to come through. So I was thinking about, what does that mean to let things behind? And I know I've done some videos with forgiveness and, you know, just really superficial. I feel like I haven't really gotten to the meat and potatoes of some of the deeper lessons that I've learned. It's been pretty fluffy and superficial and just kind of describing experiences. And a lot of these are just kind of reflective videos for now. I do already have some pre-recorded ones that I'd be like, that are like pretty specific, you know, so those will be coming, but I feel like I'm in this like really deep reflection period right now where I'm having a lot with the inner child, which you've seen in my last couple videos, and a lot with allowing to let go, and part of that is forgiveness as well. And when I talk about forgiveness, I think more in terms of forgiving myself for whatever those strongholds are that I wasn't allowing myself to let go of. So letting go, moving forward, what does that look like? What does that feel like? And as far back as I can remember, I feel like I've always held on to things. I've held on to people, I've held on to concepts, beliefs, programming. So to think about being a co-creator, and what we're here to do in life, and a part of my experience today, it was like it lifted me to this, you know, people call it a bird's eye view, or just that area where you can see more clearly what things are representing, and the meaning of what that specific, you know, scenario or what that specific theme is that you are looking to overcome or understand more deeply. And this had to do with relationship with another being. It was as if I had connected with it. Literally, it was like my higher self and their higher self were connecting and discussing, okay, what was our purpose together? And it was always meant to be temporary and to help us both on our own journeys. And I seen the magnificence in both of our higher, like the truest versions of ourselves. And I was like, holy shit, like, you are so beautiful and I am so beautiful, you know, at the deep core of who we are. And it would, like, I seen like jewels and I seen just like warriors but like hearts of gold. And there was this energy that was like, it's all good. Like, I love you and you love me, like, because we are love beings, because we are here experiencing just a temporary, like, this is very short, this is temporary. And their being told me that they were here to, it was like a relaxing lifetime, because the next, they were actually going to a different planet after this, and that was going to be like, they needed to be all in full force for whatever their purpose was. So this was almost like a resting period in this reality, which I thought was so crazy. And I was like, you know, and it made me think of what is our purpose, and everyone comes here with a different purpose, you know. And when we have exchanges, when we have interactions, when we have experiences together, it is aiding in that individual's experience, you know. And it really is a reflection. Like, I was watching an Abraham Hicks, and she had said, what did she say? Oh, the universe never tests you. It's only a reflection of what is your vibrational match, right? So that was so profound to me, because I was, you know, whenever you think about, I've always, you know, sometimes it'd be like, oh, I felt like I was tested and I like beat the test or whatever, you know, whatever you come up with. But so that was really beautiful. Like, it brought me up to see, wow, I'm holding on to these things that are seemingly not a big deal, you know, in the grand scheme of things. And that's not to discredit. Like, I am telling you guys, when I am in tunnel vision, like, I'm totally in tunnel vision. We all get there. So I'm not discrediting anybody's reality. When you're so hyper focused on, you know, these like little things that you're trying to overcome with your inner child, or just like betrayal and rejection and whatever, you know, hurt, pain, whatever it is, it's not insignificant. But when I was having this experience for myself, I realized that what I was hyper focused on for, you know, the last however long, and it's been kind of a theme in my life, is like not being able to fully let go for whatever perceived reward I was getting by keeping myself in pain for whatever reason, you know. And that's all perspective as well. But it really it humbled me to allow me to experience what it feels like to just love, to love without condition, to love without expectation, and to love without worrying about what other people say about loving whoever, you know, because it feels good in my heart to just be me and just truly love unconditionally without all of these rules. But to trust myself enough to say, you can love, but you also know your worth. And you can read a situation. I trust that I will pick up on red flags in the future, and that I will be able to handle myself in times of, really heavy contrast. And allowing myself, so as I've been driving today, allowing myself to let go. And what does that feel like? To fully let go and to allow myself just to step forward into new and allowing what's coming in, and just to release all of these things that I've been, releasing. So much releasing. I feel exhausted, honestly, right now. And it's also impartial because we've had beautiful sun for the last 3 days, and we haven't had sun in kind of a long time. So I think the sun really makes me sleepy now, a little bit more sensitive to it, but it's beautiful. I can't get out of it. So I'm curious what you all have experienced in letting go, and what was the feelings that were coming up for you when you've really allowed yourself to let go and move forward and fully step into and embrace this new version of yourself. Or if you haven't yet done that, what are the things that you feel are holding you back from that? And I find that really fascinating as well, and how can we create a community in the comment section, and whatever that leads into for us as well, just to, create that dialogue, because it's a journey, and everyone has their own experiences as to what it means to step into a new version of themselves, a version that they've never experienced, and fully letting go and allowing what the universe has to offer, if we just get out of our own ways. Like, how do you get out of your own way if you're consciously doing it, and what works for you? So today, in the car, man, I always seem to really ponder deeply when I go on drives, and I love it so much. But I was just visualizing myself, like, in the car, I was letting go, and it was like this, dust was almost just flowing off, and I just visualized myself just moving forward, and walking forward. I imagine myself sailing forward, because I can't wait to learn how to sail. That's in my moving forward phase. I'm going to learn how to sail one day. And I just visualized myself doing it, and I held, hands with my inner child and different versions of myself, and I just walked forward and telling myself that it's okay, like, everything's going to be fine. It's going to be better than fine. So I am so excited. I encourage you all to do the same, because the universe just works in the most beautiful ways. And if we get out of our own way, I feel it in me that we can experience some beautiful things in life, beyond our already stunningly beautiful life that we've been given, just being human on this planet. And I've begun to really not take that role lightly. Like, I think that we have more power than we give ourselves credit for, and there's a lot that can be shifted to help lift up everybody, not in just me, I want all of this. It's like, how can we use this to teach other people to lift themselves up into a state, and then just keep that momentum, that projection going, and to where everybody just they have that knowing, that empowerment within them, And then at that point, we're just co-creating and living our best versions of ourselves and just continuing to lift the vibration of the planet. And that's what I see happening, and I'm so excited. I feel like the world is just shifting in the most beautiful way. So letting go of my past, just holding on to it. It doesn't discredit my past. I love everybody that I've ever had an experience with, and I love all of the lessons that I've ever learned. It's not letting go of everything and acting like it didn't exist. It's embracing all of the experiences and letting go of holding on to it, right? It's saying, I love you for what I've experienced, everything from the moment that I was born, but I don't need to hold on to it anymore. I release everything. I drop all the weight of anything that I was ever holding on to, and I allow for new to come in and just see what it turns into and what it brings, and it's so exciting. So I love you all. Mwah! And I will see you again soon. Bye.